Today we're going to talk about the dangers of AAA, or what we're currently living, and short form videos for women, the impact that it can have on your leadership, the impact it can have on your results and your mental health, your well-being, your happiness, your love life. Okay, I'm gonna keep on sharing the messages that I'm getting intuitively from the angels. I made several videos, longer videos on this. This is gonna be a shorter one, but it's gonna be direct to the point. The angels have been saying, my name is Nicole Elissa. I'm a love coach, I'm a femininity coach, and I'm an intuitive. And for the last weeks, I've been feeling really distraught by the messages and the downloads that I've been getting regarding what's the forecast of what AAA, that's why I like to call it, and because we're being monitored, and short form videos have on the well-being of women, the psychological impact. These are thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional. I'm getting that for the next 4 years, or in the next 4 years, the results are going to be disastrous, absolutely disastrous. And I'm also getting that what's going to happen is that, hospitals, clinics, etc. are going to be flooded, and not knowing what to do because it's going to be huge, and it's already huge and what's happening already. And I'm seeing it and what's happening in the women's psychology all over the world globally. Okay. So with that being said, we are not currently built, or minds or brains are not currently built to be able to handle short form videos the way that we are currently consuming them. Okay. The message that I'm beginning to share with you is that it's the same thing as when somebody gets money. Hi there, love. I actually think you would really love this message. I am addressing how AI, it's affecting, and short form videos are affecting a woman's psychology, well-being, peace, results, money, finances, etc. So it's actually really big because I'm getting an intuitive message that the results are going to be disastrous, absolutely disastrous in the next 4 years. The angels are guiding us that they want you to think about it this way. When your senses are overloaded, your body starts producing chemicals, kind of stress chemicals, okay, all over, because constantly watching videos like this with the music that makes your heart accelerate all of the time, the stressors that you're having, being forced to make decisions consistently, like in your brain, and they present themselves in an energy of, I know it all, you have to do as I say, or you're constantly in the face of other people that are processing their stuff, but you don't know where they're going, and there's a lot of negativity. It can lead to depression, it can lead to anxiety, it can lead to so many different things, like you struggling with your mood, your belief, struggling with your faith, struggling with your capacity, struggling with your money, because it starts to cap you. When you have so many stress elements running around in your energy, it's just too much. And did you know, the angels are saying that, did you know that out of all the flight, freeze, fawn responses, meaning what our body does, exactly overstimulation, what our body does when we are overstimulated, or when we are going under stress, or maybe we've experienced trauma, even since childhood, meaning stuff that we already probably had to work through, but that we were delaying and we were avoiding in avoidance. Did you know that this can exacerbate that? Why is that? Because you're adding more stress to the body, therefore more fight or flight. And one of the defense mechanisms that women tend to go the most to is the flight one, is the freeze one. And that looks like, I don't know. One of the first things that I actually had to stop with my clients and blocking is just going into I don't know, into the freeze, because women can say I don't know in a sentence like 3 times more than like a man, or like constantly see a variation of I don't know. But how does this impact women in particular? We don't tend to make decisions, women, when we are feeling confused. We don't like feeling confused. We don't like feeling fear. We don't like feeling stress in our bodies. Okay, so this is critical. I'm making it really, really clear. We do not like to feel stress. We do not like to feel confused. But what happens if you were already in a confused state already because your nervous system was more in fight or flight already? Because for women, it's more easy for us to be in flight or in freeze than it is to be in fight, because fight could get us, right? It could get us, so we have to be very mindful of the words that we're using. So part of what's happening is that if your brain, if your energy was already in that state, and then you are like aimlessly scrolling on videos, constantly stressing yourself out, like consuming their agendas, as a friend of mine recently told me, Jelena, she was like I told her, like, they want us to be their consumer, and she's like, yeah, because they want us to consume their stuff, like, and they want to consume us, which is very interesting. So you're consuming adrenaline, music here, dread here, a bunch of text, etc. Let me create fear so that you pay attention to your video. So what's happening, it can put you in a deeper state like that. So that's how they're saying that it will continue to, why they're saying that like it's going to be absolutely disastrous for us to continue to watch short form videos in the way that we're doing it, because we're watching it 24/7. We wake up, it's easy. You know, all the sales, I couldn't sleep last night. What do you mean by the sales? Because I find that to be a very interesting word. That's something that I was going to say. So what's interesting is that what's dangerous about this is women do not make decisions when we're stressed, when we feel confused. What if you're already making, like, what if you already had that within you, but then you have to make a decision that's really important for you, but your brain is super stressed out? Exactly. So you have Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and then you say you couldn't sleep last night, right? Because then how did you feel? Because you feel like, oh my God, what decision do I make? What decision do I make? That's dangerous, right? But then you have to be able to regulate this again back. I noticed that recently when I did my event called Faith. Today we're doing the Faith and Prosperity, and we're wrapping it up. And I noticed it because I feel like I know the angels are trying to show me something. So I was seeing an extreme, like, lack of faith, you know, and belief. But these are the things that actually manifest, not all the things that they're telling you need to do my method, my this, my the other. No, it's your faith in yourself, your faith in God and source. It's your creative energy that comes from that energy, and then you boost it and you manifest. So exactly. So you're creating stuff, and when your brain is in that space of overwhelm, we don't make decisions. Even when you feel like somebody's selling you something, or you have to sell something, you have to understand, remember, selling something is simply offering something, something that can be of help to somebody. So what happens is, you don't make decisions. I've known this since I started this 9 years ago. You don't make decisions when you're confused. All of these things are confusing you more and more and more and more. And then when it comes to actually living out your life and doing the things that you need to, you feel paralyzed. You don't feel like you can. You don't feel like you will be able to do it, because your mind is flooded with not only the chemicals, but it's flooded with like the adrenals. I'm getting to say thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional. Your mind and your energy and your body and your nervous system, your body is so flooded with all of these stressors that you don't go out for the life that you need to live. You don't feel like you can, because all that you're sensing through these platforms is competition. I'm hearing she's prettier than me. Oh my God. And I mean, I have to lose my soul if I have to do this. And the thing is that these platforms, they offer you the idea that you, because you're going to have more exposure to people, therefore that's all you need. And that is not the truth, because this, like, the way in these, and like I said, I love short form videos in a way, like I love a lot of creators who do them. I do my best to know when to visit their page, when to go, and I'm going to also give you some tips that the angels are saying. But you have to understand that these people do not have the power, and they did it also intentionally. They tell you, we're good people, we're giving you more exposure, but for us to be exposed to so many people at the same time, and so many of the ideas, and without the adequate training, okay, it can be disastrous, because there's a pace to things. And what the angels are saying is that it's the same example of somebody who wins the lottery, but then having worked on their mindset to know how to keep and grow the money, right? Because their energies are not a match yet for that vibrational money. It depends on the person. The same thing is happening right now, because I'm hearing they present themselves to be like sheeps in disguise, you know? And the thing is that it's not innocent. There hasn't been enough studies on a long-term basis on the impact of short-form videos and all the dread and all the adrenaline that they're causing in your system. Thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional. And then when I'm hearing S hits the fan, then they're like, oops, we're just going to tweak it a little bit. No. What's been happening for the last 5 years or more, is that they slowly started to take control over things because they didn't like that people were getting so empowered. But how they get a hold of us? Through our vices. Women as a whole desire to be seen. Okay, we desire to be seen. It's not just them, it's the beauty industry. It's like they siphon some elements of the beauty industry because we want to be seen. We want to have the exposure. We want to be celebrities. We want to be this. I keep getting this. The second message that they're saying is AA doesn't have any issues whatsoever learning. They know everything already about your vices, your ego, your fear, your addictions. They know everything. And right now, what like a lot of the short form videos are doing is that they're expounding on your capacity, on your ego, on your vices, on creating an addicted. I'm going to do like this. I'm showing you what it is because I don't want to thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical profession. They're creating an addicted this. So what's happening is that you're in like an addicted state. Like, I want this. You no longer care about core principle human emotions, about connection. Even if you're commenting on people's videos, eventually what's happening is that you lose connection with their name, who they are, where they come from. You're more maybe addicted to just expressing your thought and idea, but you're not necessarily connected because you're getting an overwhelmed this. Okay? So the angels are also saying that we are on the onslaught of a narcissistic society because it has to do with all the unhealed energy that we have around being seen, all the unhealed energy that we have around being the best, all the unhealed energy that we have around standing out. So these platforms, when they're saying we're going to be exposing you to more people, when you don't know how to handle that, that's currently what's happening. It's not just happening to the people who create the information or like share the information, but it's also happening to the person that's viewing them. And what's dangerous about this is that a lot of people that are at the top, they say things like, I've seen this. I don't use social media as a consumer. I just come in and I offer my content and then I go. They are protecting their energy, but they want you to become consumed. So it's not an anti-internet talk because the internet has wonderful capabilities and it helps us, understand what's happening in the world in different places. Okay, so that we can help each other, we can nurture each other, and that's a quality of connection, of community. Okay, so being exposed to so many people when you are talking about really serious things, it's like they will endorse content, etc., that could be quote unquote innocent, that helps you, but it can also keep you addicted. But they're also targeting people who are saying things that upset them, So it's very interesting. I personally noticed that they offer this idea of you becoming a creator. You will never become a creator. You already are a creator. You're not a creator for them, but they want you to become a creator for them. I see a lot of people with millions of followers and they're not making money because you went and you jumped from working a normal job, but then thinking that this platform is going to be your employer, thinking that by having the exposure of so many people, you would make the money, you would make this, but you're going to have the exposure of so many people, but that are like in their minds, they're not like, it's kind of like an addicted energy, they're stressed out energy. So part of how you impact people is, taking away their power of making a decision. Okay, so it's too stressed out. Exactly. So, I see so many people who have millions of followers, but they're not making any money. So it's affecting the person that's has a million followers, but it's also affecting the person that's being overloaded with a bunch of information. So what's happening is that you start getting so triggered. Like somebody says something good to you, something that you could be really good for you. And you're like, your brain could go into disbelief and skeptical energy because you're overwhelmed. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, you're a good person, and that you're just overwhelmed. But this is also a training that helps you know how and what you need to regulate in your nervous system so that you can be a more powerful leader, so you can have a healthy life, so you can feel good about yourself. So you're saying like you're not getting any clients off of here, which is interesting because it's the message that the angels are saying is that it addresses like a sacral chakra, an unhealed sacral chakra. But then in the sacral chakra, if it's unhealed, there could be a lot of ego. So there's a lot of vices there because it has to do with a lot of pleasure, receiving, being noticed, money, etc. So everybody wants to be on the spotlight, but you have no training on you're not, or I'm not going to say no training, but You know what I mean? Like, you have to, this is a training that the angels are saying that you need to have. You need to have training, mental leadership, emotional leadership, psychological leadership, spiritual leadership, and actually do work on rewiring your nervous system, so that you can have a bigger capacity and you're not internalizing things. You need to let go of your vices so that they cannot control you. You will be able to lead more effectively, and you need to rewire. I have currently been rewiring a lot of my energy, my nervous system with the methods that I do, because I could feel it. Like, there was like stress, there was adrenaline running, and I couldn't think properly. I was getting so overwhelmed. So part of the advice that the angels are saying is, they want to say your systems are so overwhelmed that to this point, they're saying that we need, because it's already happening, and they're saying it's only going to get worse if we do not talk about this, but you need to be able to get back not only your decision power, but retain your attention span. You need to retain that or retrain that, because I remember clearly what my mom said when I was a kid. She said, Nicole, you start failing after you started taking speed reading lessons, because we're in a state of speed, stress, too much for the body. If you think that's not affecting your body and the chemicals in your body right now, thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional, you are mistaken. Okay, so that's that they're saying we need to, you say before you used to meditate for 15 minutes. They're saying that's not enough right now, because you're spending 15 minutes in consciousness and meditation, and you're giving the rest of your day to social media. So if you're a creator, if you're a leader, if you want to live out your dreams and you don't want to be paralyzed, you want to regain your faith, you want to go about things. This platforms, etc., is not the only way, but even when you use them, you have to be in your leadership. They're not evil, okay? It's not evil, but sometimes the purpose behind certain things is, So this has greed all over it, okay? This has greed. Before, as a creator or somebody who does work here, you had a better clue of how to build an audience, and it was rooted in connection. It was rooted in community. It was rooted in offering value. Now it's not that. It's about what's trending. So I'll give you an example in addiction, topics that keep people in adrenaline. So I will tell you this. I will say this. I've been testing something. I've been doing videos here that are a bit longer in nature, just to test this out, and then I take it to, I use them in other platforms. And you know what I notice is that when I do the longer videos here and I save them, this app doesn't even share them to people. It doesn't do its work. You can go to my profile and you're gonna see that all of the longer videos that I posted have supposedly 0 views. It has likes, but it has 0 views, because your attention span and the fact that you cannot press pause in this video, exactly 0 views. I've been testing it out. So 0 views, but it has likes on it. And the fact that this app doesn't allow you to press pause on a video, I don't know what that is. Or maybe I do know what that is, because I know what that is. That's not good-hearted nature. They want to keep you stressed. So this is very interesting, because they don't want you to connect with the longer format videos. They want to control what you watch. Okay, which is very interesting. They want to be all in their ego and all in their power, and then they want to present themselves as sheep and we're doing good. Okay, so you find yourself at a crossroads as a creator or as a leader. It's almost like I always say, one of my biggest prayers in my life is I don't want to lose my soul. I'm not going to lose my soul for them to make whatever they want of me. I'm not going to do that. And it's like, if I do a short form video, I have to be very aware that I don't want it to have a million different things. I don't want it to have I don't want to stress you out. I am a creator, I'm a creative. So I like music. I like all these things. And then I find myself like, oh my God, but I don't want to stress people out. The pressure and the stress, I have to put it all here. They almost want to erode you connecting to other people. Really, you don't think about their names. Before, it was easier for people to connect to your email list. Now they make a bunch of different clicks or etc. for you to get there, so that your brains are so confused, but because they want to control it all. But this is the thing. They want to be your employer, but they want to pay you pennies for your work. And what I was saying is that they want to keep you guessing. It's a fun game. We don't know what the algorithm is going to do now. They want to keep it a mystery. Do you think that's helping? Then they give you a guideline and you do it and it doesn't work. And then they say they reward system versus punishment system, creative content or new form content. you know, but you also have a machine that's monitoring everything that you're saying. That's not love. That's not even leadership. Exactly. So you're saying that this platform has always recommended shorter videos. So pay attention to this, because they don't want us really to connect with each other, or they want to control the narrative of what we're saying. Really dominating energies or country societies, whenever something is afoot or something is amiss, they try to control the communication through social media. They try to take down the internet. They try to do a billion things because they don't want us to be informed. But part of what's happening is that it's like they're keeping us informed in some ways in these platforms. They control a lot of things, though. They started in a noble act years ago, as you know what was happening. But nowadays, they just want to control and shadow ban whoever. You know, and the angels did tell me that I was, like years ago, I noticed a decrease in my videos and my videos showing up to people, etc. because I care about women. And you might think, but women? Yeah, because the beauty industry has like billions of dollars out of women. Okay? Billions of dollars. So they don't want you to grow past your ego. They don't want you to feel totally confident in yourself. If they say that they do, they want to do like these, I'm getting like these acts, or what is it called? Because I know the phrase in Spanish. It's like responsabilidad social. They want to do ads where they say that they care about women, but then they're adding like really low quality products for women, you know? So this has been so true. I have to get to work. Thank you. So, you know, and come back later, because I am going to say something. So the angels are saying we need to do double the amount of work. What does that mean? If you're meditating 15 minutes, but you're dedicating so much time to this, they're saying not only do you need to meditate, but you need to spend 3 times, like 90 minutes, 30, 30, and 30, whoever you need to, in your day to reduce your like the impact that this is having for you psychologically. But I'm getting like 90 minutes in silence, no electronics, including television, okay? Because you need to reset, rewire, calibrate yourself back again. And you need time and space, and so for you to be creative, for you to connect with yourself, let your brain and your energy calm down. They keep saying it's the same principle as somebody who wins the lottery but doesn't know how to grow it and multiply it. And sometimes you think that growing and multiplying is in looking well, dressing well, like connecting with people, but you also need to have the psychological, emotional, and spiritual component of it, of being more abundant, of trusting more. So be very mindful of this, because they're saying a lot of women, we tend to go more for the we tend to go more for the because all of this is stressful for me. It's stressful for me even just picking up on this information, but I have to show up. I have to share. So they're saying women, we tend to go more into flight or freeze response. We go into freeze, and it's paralyzing you from achieving your dreams. It's also affecting getting the money that you want, because your nervous system is all capped out and you start lacking that you can have it. You start believing more in survival. So they're basically saying that you need silence. You need to meditate more. You can watch short form videos of maybe around 3, 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon or in the evening, but do it for shorter amount of times. Connect first with the people that you already know, like, and love. Go through the process with them. You are the one that's deciding what to watch, number one. Number two, you can spend 15, how much am I getting? Maybe up to 30 minutes. I'm getting 2 of 30 minutes, so it could be 2 different moments in time. Maybe don't do it in one go when you're watching new videos, but then stop. I'm getting out of those 30, you can choose between those 2 or 30 minutes to watch shorter form videos, or you can train in longer quality videos, practicing retaining your attention span. If you feel like your brain already thinks and knows that you're going to get the most out of this video or a particular video, and you think, oh, I already know what she's going to say, or I know what he's already going to say, or I don't have time, or I don't have energy, or you just feel like your attention leaving your body, come back to it and practice staying there until that reaction disappears. Okay, so that you can be open to learning no matter what. So I asked you to share this video with your girlfriends or other women that you know. I'm getting this impact is going to be horrible, you know, but we can counteract it, and we can counteract it in community. I asked you to please share it, to comment, etc. If you do not comment, like, this video is not going to go anywhere. If you do not even watch it, it's not going to go anywhere. And I'm getting to tell you, do not let a fear of what are other women going to think about you following a love coach, etc., lead you. You can't heal your love life. You can't heal your confidence if you care and your ego rules you like that. Your fear rules you like that, okay? It keeps you hiding. It keeps you shrinking. You can't heal your love life and your confidence if your ego is ruling you, if you're caring more about what other people think, because I'm going to tell you this up front. AA already knows this about you. Okay? A is not going to have any issues learning. It's going to continue to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. So you need to deepen your capacity to learn as well. You need to not let your ego rule your learning, because it currently is. Your fears, not wanting to invest in things. That's actually one of the things that we're working today in the prosperity event. Not wanting to invest in things, the fear of paying for things, feeling like you're going to lose things. Not feeling like you're going to get your return on your investment. All of these belief systems, and all because I'm getting those belief systems are actually getting like really heightened, like stressed, like heightened in your energy. You're like the lack of belief. What you need to do is be in spaces and masterminds, etc., where people are continuously growing, evolving, shifting. Okay, put in parts of yourself, like meaning like do the work for you. AA has no issues learning, but you do. So that's why you remain stuck, because you don't want to learn. You're resistant to learning. You are in freeze. You're in fight. You don't believe that you're going to be supported, that you're going to be loved. And that's why doing nervous system reprogramming work, so you can accept more of the energy of loving your being, so that you can trust yourself more, is so effective. So that you can function. You need to calm down your body. All this stress is not good for you. So I hope it resonates, and I'm going to continue sharing these messages, even though I'm pretty sure I've been in shadow ban. But I ask you to please support me to share it so that the message can get across. Because, like I said, we do this as a community. I cannot work with a community of women who are not willing to support and who are not willing to share, to comment. You know, it just makes you think of yourself and the fear in your mind. And it's just like all that stress of people. We need to be bigger. We need to be stronger. And I can help you. It's part of what I do. But hiding, competing with other women, not knowing, we need to evolve. AI is already how do you say it? It's already exploiting you on that. It already knows that about you. We need to grow, and we need to evolve, and we need to learn new things. And we need to be in community and in society, because all of these things are creating antisocial behavior. Okay? So I'm sending you much love. I hope it resonates, and I'll talk to you soon.